In today's video, I'll be ranking all 22 LEGO Ninjago 2022 sets from worst to best. Before we get into the list, there's two rules. 1. No polybags, and 2. No full packs, as these are just freebies that are given out with giftable purchases on LEGO.com and from the Ninjago magazine respectively. With all that said, let's start with the worst Ninjago set of 2022, which is the Ninja Dragon Temple. Personally, I don't like this set whatsoever, which is fair enough since I'm not the target age range for the set. With that aside, the pricing on the set is really bad, retailing for €40, which just seems like a scam. At least the minifigure selection is decent, and the shrine for the Sword of Fire looks good. In at number 21 is Jay's Thunder Dragon Evo, which looks really ugly. Like, that's kind of all I have to say about this set. But at least the banner looks good, and it's a cheap way to get Jay's core/Evo suit. At number 20 is Kai's Fire Dragon Evo, which just off the bat, the dragons we got this year were all pretty bad, with the exception of Lloyd's legendary dragon, but we'll get to that later in the video. The dragon looks awkward and kinda ugly, but the new dragon heads look good, but the rest of the body is downright ugly and unappealing. I'd even go as far to say that the side builds in this set are better than the main build itself, but once again the minifigure selection is pretty good, but wow, that price is a bit iffy. I feel like I'm going to say that a lot in this video. One last bonus for this set is that the banner print looks nice. Controversially, number 19 is Lloyd's Ninja Mech, which is literally a reskin of Jay's Legacy Electro Mech from last year. And now before you call me hypocrite in the comments, I know I placed Jay's Legacy Electro Mech as the worst set of the year in 2021's worst to first, for having a poor design, and yes, I still hold that opinion, but this set is a very minute improvement, which is the fact it covers up the front of the mech and doesn't ruin the legacy of a fan favorite mech. This is also one of the cheapest ways to get Lloyd's Evo/core suit, which ironically also was in a polybag with an arguably better mech design.
Ironic.
At number 18 is Zane's Power Up Mech Evo, which is a fairly decent mech build at only €10, but the new joints introduced with the sub-theme are terrible. Like, sure, they have a lot more stability, but they do that at the cost of having little to no posability, which can be really detrimental to the design of the set, such as the front legs of the Crystal King. This set also makes it another way to get Zane's new hairpiece an affordable set with a cool banner to go with. Number 17 is a very conflicting set with the Ninja Training Center for the simple reason that it's marketed as an addition to the Ninja Dojo Temple, but just doesn't really fit well with it. But on the other hand, as its own individual set and even without the addition of the other spinner sets released this year, this set ends up feeling empty and overpriced at €40. At the very least, they should have included an NRG Core Zane to go with Kai, Jay, and Lloyd, which we know they could have done since we got a translucent NRG Zane head with the summer wave of sets. The only two reasons to really get this set is either for the banner included or to get the Zane spinner. Overall, if you plan to get this set at some point, I'd wait for a discount because at full price, you're flat out wasting your money. Number 16 is Jay's Spinjitsu Training, which technically has false advertising because if you see my review of the set, shameless plug by the way, you'd know the colors shown on the box are not the ones on the actual set, which goes for a shade of bright green or lime instead of the yellow advertised on the spinner. Cool minifigure though, especially with a translucent head. Number 15 is Lloyd's Spinjitsu Training, which I don't have much to say about other than the fact he's got a cool translucent head, although the brown on the legs kinda mess with the design of the minifigure. I hope someday we get a non-canon Golden Dragon Lloyd reusing that new translucent head. The final spinner set at number 14 is Kai's Fujitsu Training, which was by far the best and coolest face print of all the translucent NRG heads we got this year, which really encapsulates Kai's personality through that grin. Number 13 is an interesting set choice, which is a remake of the Ninja Nightcrawler from 2018. Although in my opinion this is a bit of a downgrade. The design looks a bit clunkier than the original and doesn't capture that sleek design the original has, but for only $30 it's not awful. The banner design showing the dojo is cool. The worst crystallized set comes in at number 12 with Lloyd's Golden Ultra Dragon, which has way too many problems with it. First of all is the price. At €140, which on August will have a price rise up to €150, just adds insult to injury because for a set that is essentially just Lloyd's legendary dragon, 2 extra heads, it should not be triple the price. The only reason to really get this set is for only Lloyd and the cool trauma of the golden weapons, I guess. Number 11 is one of the more questionable sets from Crystallized. It has an okay design, but the set is heavily carried by the Golden Dragon Jay minifigure. Although because of the wings, he doesn't fit all that great onto the bike, but it's okay and has a fair price. And at number 10 is Jay and Nia's Race Car Evo, which is just really good, although I do wish there was a transformation feature or something to hide the stud shooters and blade at the front. but I'll give it a bonus point for being one of the very few cards in Ninjago that fit 2 minifigures sitting beside each other, and the fact this set also has a villain vehicle, which isn't too common with the more recent Ninjago waves. The best dragon set of the year, number 9, is Lloyd's Legendary Dragon, which just has a superior design out of all the dragons we've gotten, which, while that isn't a high bar, but it's something to be taken into consideration when talking about this set, and has the best exclusive minifigure from this wave, Python Dynamite. At number 8 is Cole's Dragon Cruiser, which is one of Cole's best vehicles, right behind the Legacy Boulder Blaster and the Legacy Earth Driller, although the back of the set has quite a bit of exposed technical pieces and looks the best in its more agile style compared to its more combat style. Also has a pretty good minifigure selection for only €45. Number 7 brings us to one of Zane's best vehicles, one of the best jet designs we've got from Ninjago. The transformed look is kinda questionable, but other than that, this set also has the best Golden Dragon minifigure. Number 6 is a set that feels straight out of Monkey Kid, and with that comes a questionable retail price. And a surprising amount of minifigures, but the main reason to get this set is for Skylar and Golden Dragon Zane, as well as the worst general design from Crystallized, because look at the show design, and compare it to the actual minifigure, and it's just depressing. But on the bright side, this set also has quite a lot of customization, with both the front and back wheels being very easy to adjust, as well as a random drone that looks surprisingly similar to the hoverboards from Possession, and again, a kind of iffy looking combat style. This set being this high up the list is gonna definitely spark some controversy, because the number 5 is the Crystal King Temple, which is a great display piece, although I wish the front was connected to the rest of the temple, but other than that, it's just a great set at a fair price. Also, weirdly enough, has the Ninja standard suits as exclusives, and it's also strangely one of the very few sets that have the Crystal King with 4 arms. Just a strange combination all around. But speaking of combination, at number 4 is the Ninja Ultra Combo Mech, which is possibly one of the very few times that a set feels underpriced. I don't think I can say that about any other LEGO set released, like, maybe ever. And as the name of the set implies, the mech is made up of 4 different vehicles, which combine into one big mech using Kai's mech as a basis. I hope though in the future we get a bigger version of this set that allows for all 6 ninja the vehicles that combine together into one big mech Power Ranger style. This set also sees the return of the Woobots from Seabound, also has one of the strangest looking side builds since Skybound. The third best set of the year goes to Nia Samurai X Mech, which with the price aside is a strong looking set and also is slightly taller than Zane's Legacy Titan Mech. The big standout this set has is the Among Us reference. Among Us! And the minifigures too, I guess. Having a whopping 6 exclusive minifigures, with our first Pythor minifigure since 2016, our first Oni Garmadon minifigure, and sees Nia Samurai X for the first time since 2015, excluding Legacy of course. The only negatives about this set are the price and the side build, both being equally terrible. This set retails for €110, but later in August would be pumped up to €120 due to LEGO price increase in response to inflation and stock chain issues. The second best set of the year goes to the Crystal King, which is a very badass design, but unfortunately is kinda ruined in terms of posability because of the Evo mech limbs it uses in purple for the front 2 legs. Other than that though, the price is okay. If you see my review of the set, you'll know that I mentioned that this set could have been €40 or €45 because of the Legacy Kai Fighter from 2020 being a much larger set and having roughly the same amount of minifigures, which speaking of which gives us the best Lloyd suit from the Wildborn seasons, and our first Harumi minifigure since Hunted, which has thankfully seen a slight decrease in price of Harumi minifigures from Hunted and Sons of Garmadon on the secondhand market. I guess there's a slight bonus too, this also has an exclusive variant of the Crystal King, which is kinda weird. And finally, at number 1, the best set of the year in my opinion is the Ninja Dojo Temple. Personally, I'm a sucker when it comes to temple and terrain builds in general, but I feel that this set in particular, as well as the Ultra Combo Mech, carry the entire Evo / core sub theme, which just isn't very good and better not be a replacement for Legacy, which would be incredibly disappointing to say the least. But back on topic, this set gives off major Temple of Fortitude vibes from the color scheme of the set. It also technically doubles as the Samurai X cave, which is hidden underneath the temple itself. It also has the first Pixel minifigure to include her normal face and a hairpiece since her introduction all the way back in 2014, which is wild to even think about. Overall, this set earns the title of the best Ninjago core set and the best Ninjago set of 2022. With all that said and done, let me know in the comments what your personal ranking in these sets would be. While you're down there, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell to stay up to date when I post another video. But until then, see ya.